Hey there, UKDCers. I've got a very special one for you today. This was generously lent to me by Nice Slicers on Instagram. You can go and check him out right there. The link will be in the description for you. But he said he liked this knife so much that he just wanted us to review it, and happily obliged the gentleman. So this is made by a gentleman called Evan from Leading Edge Knife Works. And this is a custom. I believe this one was £130. I'm sure that's subject to change depending on the materials you have. And this is a G10 handles here, a Makata backspacer, and 80 CRV2 steel on the blade there. So, this is a lovely little friction folder. I'll just get it out of the way right now. This is so nice. Look at that. Straight away there's a lovely smooth action on that. It's just open, and you can easily do it with one hand. There's no problems with that whatsoever. There's no fidgety weirdness or anything. It just perfectly flips around like that. It fits really, really snugly in the hand. Like all three fingers just slot in there. Just pops out past the pinky there just a bit. You get this big one for your index finger there, and you actually get some seriously good jimping for your thumb, which is sorely lacking on most friction folders. I mean, you'd think most people would put it in because, of course, your thumb's the only thing holding the blade open, but a lot can't be bothered. A lot just do like a really lackluster job here, but this is really, really grippy. Not so much that it hurts either. It's nicely rounded off and everything, but I quite like it. He's of course got his logo here, the Leading Edge Knife Works, and up there just the initials, and on this side of the blade just that 8CRV2. And this is a great full flat. Look at that. That's such a nice slicey. Like if I grab a bit of paper. Look at it. Just no problem whatsoever with any of that. Really, really good edge. If I was going to make any comments, I'd say it gets a little thinner here than it does here, so it's not like perfectly symmetrical in the whole way, but it's uniform at least, as in, you know, it's not like weird here and then here, like a different thing, and then here and then back to the same size there. It's you know, a smooth transition the whole way, and it is very sharp and it is very well done. The finish on here, I think that's just an acid etch, which works very nicely. You can see the edges here have been rounded off so they don't dig into you when it's in your pocket. Like, even the top of that's been worked on. These here, this is even slightly rounded. Like, the workmanship that's gone into this is very detailed. It's, you know, a lot of thought's been put into it. Centering is very nearly spot on. It's just a touch to the right here, but you know, that depends on you if you care about that. I know some people do. If it was like all the way over, it has to be nearly rubbing for me to be bothered by it. That is fine in my books. So let's pop out a few measurements. I don't usually like doing this on camera, but we'll do it. No, 0 is what I meant to press. So if we do it in inches, oh my goodness, I'll just use both hands here. So there you go. Just a shade over 4 inches there for the whole thing closed. And then for the actual edge, 2.5 there basically. And then your handle is 3.3. I'll just do the blade stock as well. Why not? There you go. You can convert that if you're really that bothered. And I'll just weigh her as well. Hey. A very light 43 grams. Okay, a couple of comparisons. This one here, the Victorinox, and a UK PK for the UK. And you can see it's got a lot of blade real estate for the handle size, and yet that handle still fits into all 4 fingers, which I find that amazing. That's such a hard thing to do, and it fits so snugly. Like, this is going in the pass around group, so if you're doubting me, just wait until it hits Paddy and Slick and get their opinions on it as well. But this is among the most secure knives I've ever, like, everything about it. It fits so well into your fingers here, and the jimping up here is so grippy, but without being painful. I'm actually so impressed with this. The money you pay for this is, I mean, I don't know if that's a special price for nice slicers there, or if that's the price everyone will pay. But you know, if that is the price everyone pays, 130, that's incredible. And as you can see, it's a fair bit smaller than the American PM2 and the 940 there, but that's to be expected. Now, as for carrying this thing, I was actually given express permission by Nice Slicers to just carry this, just use it, and then, you know, you urged me to give my honest opinion on it. So, carrying. I don't like carrying friction folders loose, because of course that's all it takes. And while this is, you know, it's certainly not going to shake out, there's no chance of that, absolutely no chance of that. But if you do put your finger in your pocket, you can easily do that, and now you've got an exposed blade. And as I showed you earlier, this is not a dull blade. You will easily cut yourself if you leave it in there. So that's where my good friend Davidson Leather pops into it. I'll tell you what, let's just, while we're doing these, and this one, it's the same one, this fits in there so nicely. Look at that, and you can just pop that on your belt, and then you can just use that to pull it out. It's like it was made for it. I'm really thoroughly going to have to consider getting one of these. I've got some upcoming purchases, so it's not going to be anytime soon, but damn, that's nice. It fits in there so good. I've had some troubles with this as well. Like if the knife's too small, like for instance, this one, it's such a pain to get out of there. Like, you know, there's no point in putting that on your belt in here. But this is a, you know, relatively small footprint knife. Just having that little bit sticking out there, it just works. It works so well. Now, I was going to complain about the lack of a pocket clip or a lanyard hole, because I like to have either or on these more modern ones, so I can either, you know, yank it out by the lanyard, or I can just put it on the side of my trousers, like in the pocket, and then pull that out, and there you go. However, because that works so well, I mean, you can fit this in, like, again, the coin pouch of your jeans, just about. I mean, maybe don't lean over on it, because ow. But you know, failing that, this is a really good solution if you can get one of these. Look at that, it's a match made in heaven, these two. It's really, really good. But yeah, that would maybe, if I really had to strike a criticism, it would be the lack of a lanyard hole, I guess, just for people that didn't want to do that and wanted to, you know, put it deep in a slip and pull it out, but it doesn't really bother me. The hardware on this is all Torx, which many of you will know I'm an absolute fan of. It clearly running on Phosphor-Bronze washers there. Again, a massive plus. And while you have an exposed back, look how far in it goes. There's no chance you're cutting yourself on that while it's open. Again, fantastic. Really, really good. So, I'm not going to undo this because, of course, this isn't my knife, but I'm just going to check. That's a T8. And these are T6s. So it's all standard hardware you'd find on normal knives. There's nothing weird, nothing crazy, nothing odd. Which is, when odd's done well, it's good. But when odd's just odd and not great, yeah, it can get a bit wacky with some makers. But very happy to see this one's all standard stuff, because I like taking down my knives. I like being able to clean, oil, fix, sort out centering, that kind of stuff. I like being able to take them apart. So, the finish on the scales, I'd say maybe could be improved there a bit. You got like random things like that. I don't know if that's from use or like it's just come like that. But it's not perfect. You can see like just little bits like that. It's not bad. I certainly wouldn't return a knife over that. I mean, look at that Michael May thing. But it's just there's room for improvement there. Don't think I can say anything bad about the Mikata really there. No, not a problem with that. But that said, these are really comfortable, and it's funny as well because I was expecting these edges here to be quite painful because they're not exactly chamfered. They're flattened here, but they're not chamfered on the inside. But I really can't complain about it. I cannot find myself having issue with that. I said I really like that. I really like that. I think that's fantastic. That's great. It's most of the knives flat. Maybe make that a bit smaller, but that's such a pathetic complaint. It's really minor. You can get these in different blade shapes as well. I've seen another on Instagram that was like a cleaver style. But yeah, there you have it. And like I said, Nice Slicers has generously allowed us to add this to the pass around group. So you're going to get 2 more opinions on this if you don't like mine. And yes, go ahead and have a watch of those when it gets round to them. But I think this is phenomenal. Like, UK maker, absolutely fantastic stuff. Don't know if he's based in Sheffield. It doesn't look like it. Sorry, sliding. But yeah, no, Leading Edge Knife Works looks like they're full of promise. Thank you very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed.